Relax, kick your feet up, because it's time for the Wine and Whiskey Socialites with Jack and Chris. Talking about today's issues with laughs and sass. This is not family friendly and most likely not work appropriate unless, of course, you are a stripper.
So throw on your headphones and prepare to be entertained. Oh my God, this is going to be a long show.
All right, so I guess maybe we should start with introducing ourselves to our listening audience.
Sure.
Okay, well, will I go first?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go first. So my name is Chris. I'm the whiskey. And it all started in 1975 when my mom went into labor while swimming in an abandoned rock quarry.
Chris.
What?
Chris, I don't think that's what we need.
Hold on.
That's too far back.
No, I'm just setting the scene here. It was August 4th, 1975. I was due on August 4th, and I was born on August 4th, and I've never been on time since.
She is correct in that.
Well, to be fair, I was a single mom for quite some time. So my name is Chris, and I work a lot with the public. I used to work with kids. I am what I call a recovering single mother, which means I have no savings, no life, and I live in my mother's basement. So, it's all about life goals. I'm 44, living in my mother's basement. Feel free to cry for me or, crowdfund so I can, move at least upstairs.
I really have to raise the bar a little higher when choosing my friends.
Hey, listen, you love me.
Yes, I do.
So, so that's just a little bit about me. I do have a son. He's 24 years old. I love comedy. I'm in a relationship. I was single for 24 years before I was in this relationship.
And she can thank me for the relationship.
Yes, you burned down your house so I could meet my girlfriend.
We're not supposed to advertise that.
Oh, well, you said you wanted to start a dating site, for people who could come together over house fires and,
tragedy.
Burn and love. Yeah. That's what you're going to call it. So I'm not really good at this introduction thing because I feel like I'm got a checklist and I'm ticking off. Back in the day of AOL chat and it was
S. Oh my God, yes.
What was it? SLA, sex, location, and age. And I was like, yes, please, anywhere you want, and as long as you're legal. I thought that's what it meant. I was wrong.
I'm aging myself, but I've never been on a dating site.
Well, it wasn't even a dating site. It was just a chat site. It was like a virtual bar. You just go in and start talking to people. And instead of saying, hi, how are you? They're like, SLA. And I'm like, what the hell is SLA? I don't want any SLA. What the fuck is SLA? And then I found out that it was sex, location, age. They wanted to know if you were male or female, how old you were, and where you were located. And I'm like, wow, this is not... Well, this is sad. That's exactly what it was. So I started, I was a brat. But, we're getting off topic, Jackie.
Yes, we are.
Jack, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Jack. And yes, my house did burn down about a year ago and we lost everything. But out of that tragedy came Chris and she found love. So it's all good. I was also a single mother for a long time and my kids are now raised. I'm newly remarried. Well, not newly, but I'm remarried
for a while, Jack.
14 years now.
But that's not new.
No, it's not. It's still new to me.
I've been with my partner for a year. That's new.
Well, I think it's good that I still think of it as new.
Is it just because you're getting older and you forget?
I think so. A touch of Alzheimer's there. But we have 3 kids between us, so we've got a 29-year-old, a 28-year-old, and a 23-year-old who keep us on our toes. We've got 2 weddings coming up in the next couple years, and so I will be broke for the next couple of years. So hopefully this podcast makes a lot of money, so be sure to subscribe, please, if you like it.
Yes, definitely got to subscribe because I'm just poor already. I didn't have to have a wedding. I'm already poor. And I just want to slip in there very quickly that when you were listing off the ages of your kids, because you and I are only a few years apart, my girlfriend just slides right in the middle of those ages.
Yeah, Chris is a cougar. I thought I was a cougar because my husband's 5 years younger, but Chris's girlfriend, she's really a cougar.
My girlfriend is 18 years younger than me, and here's the thing. One, I never thought I would date somebody so much.
Boom.
She's gorgeous. She's sexy. She's hot. That's another podcast.
That is.
But the funny thing is I had been single for a really long time. And I really didn't expect to get into a relationship. I didn't expect to get into a serious, committed relationship. I did not expect her to be, around the age of my son. And I didn't expect her to be a her. That was probably the most life-changing experience for me, was finding myself falling for another woman after, as my mother so delicately had put it, "You've been all about the penis. I don't understand."
It's so true. But now back to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hijacked.
She
It's so
hijacks
whiskey
a lot,
talking.
but it's okay. So I'm a social worker, and I work in the social services field. I was a school support counselor and an EA. I worked for the school board. My husband's a musician. I was a municipal counselor for a short time. And Chris and I have been friends for a long time, and we've been throwing around this idea for a podcast, and we're finally doing it.
Yeah, we decided it was time to put our zany minds together and see what we come up with. So I had mentioned I was a single mom. Actually, I was a social service worker as well. That's how Jack and I met. We worked together. Actually, we first met because we competed for the same job. She got it. But we ended up working at the same school, and we became fast friends. And we found out that we had a lot in common. Mm-hmm. And when I shifted away from the schools and the social service work, because the type of work that we did was tough. We worked with kids that were aggressive and physically abusive and verbally abusive, and there's some trauma associated with that. We're not getting into that tonight, but that's a
support your teachers and your EAs.
But it's a conversation we'll get into later. It's one of the many topics that we're going to cover. But then from there, I shifted into a broadcasting position. And it's about as much as I can say on that, because these are two very different worlds that we don't want to clash, because I'd like to keep my day job.
Yeah. And we may cross some lines on this podcast.
Well, that's just the thing. So we have been accused a time or two of being lefty snowflakes, whereas I correct them and say, you misspelled decent human being.
Exactly. Hallelujah.
Yeah. I actually don't have any particular political leanings. Actually, I have fallen across the entire spectrum. I have voted from right to left. I vote on issues and such like that. We will tackle politics, but we're not going to get too in-depth or too serious about it, because we do want to have fun too.
Exactly.
So we are going to cover some serious topics, because Jackie and I have both lived through some things. Mm-hmm. I should say Jack and I have both lived through some things that have shaped who we are and how we view life. And we're hoping that in this podcast that we will discuss relatable topics in a fun, compassionate,
caring
kind of way.
Yes.
But I'm very much a person that humor is my coping mechanism. Yeah. So there's going to be some of that, and it might be a tad inappropriate, but it'll be fun.
It will be lots of fun. And, we just want to lighten things up, because people struggle every day. Life is hard. So if we can lighten up your day and give you something to listen to on your way into work, or if you're having a tough day and it makes you laugh, then we've done our job.
That's exactly it. And if this introduction episode, which we have deftly titled Everything You Never Wanted to Know About Us, is any indication, there is going to be absolutely no rhyme or reason to how we lay this out. It's going to bounce around and be chaotic, because that's what life is. Life is chaotic. Life is not linear. As hard as we try to make it linear, it's going to throw curveballs at us. And I think that's one of the reasons too we want to do this podcast, is because we want to be relatable. We want to be real, and we want people to know that
they're not by themselves.
Nope, not at all. And there are going to be things that we tackle, like mental health.
Yep.
Lifestyle. We're going to be talking about our children. We're going to be talking about our partners.
God help them.
I know. We will not be naming our partners, mainly because we want them to stay as our partners. I like having a sexy girlfriend. See, that's the difference between 14 years and 1 year. I'm still like, va-va-va-vo. But we want to have some fun, but we also want to just talk about what's impacting people, because there's a lot of stuff going on out there, I should say. The whiskey is kicking in, I think. What else do we need to tell about ourselves? Like,
oh, speaking of wine and whiskey, we
Yeah.
should tell them I'm definitely the wine because I'm smooth and I get better with age and I'm very classy.
sometimes she can be cheap. It depends on her mood.
Oh,
I'm the whiskey because I burn. I'm the whiskey because I'm a little rough around the edges, and I'm unexpected, and I can be smooth, but more times than not, you can wake up with regrets if you hang out with me.
and you're better to take her in a quick shot.
Yeah, baby. Actually, no. Whiskey needs to be savored sometimes, too.
Yes, sometimes.
I think it's, the wine and whiskey totally describes our personalities, I think.
I think so, too.
So, I don't know. What else do we need to tell people about ourselves? I'm a pervert.
Yes,
I'm
she
a
is.
dirty, dirty lady. I'm dating a 26-year-old and I'm 44. Of course I'm a dirty, dirty lady.
And people think I'm shy and quiet, but you're going to be surprised in this podcast. Some of the things I come out with. Chris knows me very well, and those who do know me know I'm not that shy and quiet.
Well, let's put it this way. This is the lady who dragged me to see 50 Shades of Grey. And I'm not kidding. She dragged me. I had no desire to see it. But I willingly went with her to see Magic Mike. So and those are things we're going to explore too. I think talking about sexuality and kinks and fetishes and what's out there. Probably reveal a little more about ourselves. Like I said, I'm a bit naughty, and there's a particular lifestyle that I'm quite informed on, and that's something I want to address at some point too. Just simply because when 50 Shades of Grey came out, emergency rooms were filled with housewives who didn't know what they were doing, and they hurt their husbands.
Well, I entered a radio contest for heavy breathing to win the books, and I won them.
Can we get a sample of that?
Maybe.
Right now.
Oh, my God. So I had to fake an
that
orgasm.
That wasn't a very good oh, my God.
Oh. How's that?
I can't answer. My girlfriend might get mad at me. See, this is the kind of shenanigans
that we get up to when we're let loose.
Yes. At least she didn't throw the gauntlet and ask me to match that, so I think she's afraid to.
Make sure you check us out. We can be downloaded from Apple Podcasts, and you can go to iTunes as well and download us, so...
Download me, baby. Download me so good. I like to be
says
downloaded
all the time.
And download me again and again and again and again. I'll upload if you download.
Oh my God.
This is why I'm the whiskey. This is why I'm the whiskey.
And this is why I'm the wine and keep her calm. So make sure that you subscribe if you like us, and we'll be podcasting once a week.
Yeah, so you're going to look for the Wine and Whiskey Socialites, and you're going to look for our episodes. Again, we're going to come out weekly with episodes, but we're also going to come out with some little teasers. So keep an eye out for Wine and Whiskey Sips. We're also going to work on some shorter little podcasts to put out. Those will be called the Wine and Whiskey Shooters. And eventually we're going to branch out to videotaping some of this so you can see Jack's reaction to my face, or to my face. Her reaction.
That gives me a reaction too, but not the one you want to hear about.
And you're going to keep an eye out on Facebook and YouTube for Wine and Whiskey Behind the Bar. So we have a lot of great things that we're working towards. We hope that you join us on this wild journey we're about to take you on. And again, we got to insist that this is not family friendly. These are not for your kids. This is not work safe. This is just to have some fun, let off some steam, some thoughtful conversation, but basically just a reminder that no matter what's happening in the world, don't take yourself too seriously.
Exactly.
Because that makes you boring as shit.
It does. Be yourself. Don't be what someone wants you to be. So thanks for listening in, and cheers until next week.
Bottoms up, folks.